Hey guys, today we are going to dive into the wisdom of one of the greatest philosophers of all time, Plato. He was a student of Socrates and a teacher to Aristotle, and his quotes still inspire and challenge us over 2,000 years later. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. Plato believed that love has the power to bring out the best in us and inspire us to greatness. Knowledge is the food of the soul. Plato believed that acquiring knowledge was a necessary and ongoing process for the development of the soul. According to Plato, the soul requires a steady diet of knowledge and wisdom in order to grow and mature. Knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. Plato believed that true learning and understanding come from within and can only be achieved through a love of knowledge and a desire to learn. Ignorance, the root and stem of all evil. Plato understood that ignorance is the root of all evil, and that only through knowledge and understanding can we hope to overcome it. Wise men speak because they have something to say, fools because they have to say something. Plato reminds us that words have power and that we should be careful about the words we choose to speak and write. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. Plato believed that the greatest challenge we face is to conquer ourselves and our own fears and limitations. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Plato believed that true courage comes from understanding and accepting the things in life that we cannot change and focusing our energy on the things that we can. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. Plato understood the importance of leadership and the responsibilities that come with it. He believed that those who choose not to take on this responsibility will eventually be ruled by someone less capable. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Plato recognized the importance of facing the truth and embracing the light, even when it can be difficult. At the beginning of the journey towards truth, the first thing you must do is throw aside all opinions. Plato believed that true knowledge can only be found by setting aside our preconceived notions and starting with a blank slate. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Plato believed that true success and greatness are determined by how we use the power we are given, and that our actions define us. He who commits injustice is ever made more wretched than he who suffers it. Plato believed that doing wrong to others ultimately leads to unhappiness and misery, whereas doing right and living with integrity brings true satisfaction and happiness. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. Plato recognized the importance of being an active and engaged citizen and the consequences of ignoring public affairs and allowing others to make decisions for us. Music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Plato saw music as a powerful tool for self-expression, creativity, and personal growth. At the end of the game, the king and the pawn go back in the same box. Plato believed that in the grand scheme of things, all people are equal, regardless of their status or wealth. A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. Plato believed that making important decisions requires knowledge and understanding, not just a majority vote. At its best, life is a joyful journey from ignorance to wisdom. Plato saw life as an opportunity for personal growth and the acquisition of knowledge and wisdom. There are two things a person should never be angry at: what they can help and what they cannot. Plato believed that it was unwise to get angry at things that are outside of our control, as doing so is futile and only leads to frustration and unhappiness. Instead, he encouraged individuals to focus their efforts on what they can control and change, and to accept and adapt to the things they cannot control. A man is called wise not because he talks and talks again, but because he talks little. Plato believed that true wisdom is often demonstrated by speaking only when necessary, and avoiding excessive or meaningless conversation. The beginning is the most important part of the work. Plato believed that the foundation or starting point of any task, project, or pursuit is crucial in determining its success or outcome. We cannot solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Plato recognized the importance of thinking critically and creatively in order to find solutions to problems, and avoiding the same thought patterns that may have contributed to those problems in the first place. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Plato believed that true happiness and contentment come from having a simple and modest lifestyle, rather than material wealth or luxury. Ideas are the source of all things. Plato believed that everything in the physical world has its origins in the realm of ideas, and that it is through knowledge and understanding of these ideas that we can understand the world around us. The most important part of education is proper training in the nursery. Plato believed that the foundation for a person's entire life is laid in their earliest years, and that proper education and training during this time is critical to future success and growth. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future life. Plato believed that a person's education and the choices they make in their early years have a profound impact on their future life and success. Only the dead have seen the end of war. Plato recognized that war and conflict are ongoing and persistent issues in society, and that true peace can only be achieved through education and philosophical understanding. So there you have it, folks. Some powerful quotes from the great philosopher Plato. We hope that these quotes will inspire you to reflect on your own life and values, and to strive for knowledge, wisdom, and courage in all that you do. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content.